Welcome everyone. This is Vaidya Pathak, the host for today's program. I'm a Vaidya, I'm an Ayurvedic enthusiast, and I've also been learning from Vaidya Shefali, our author, since many years. We have conducted this program to launch a very special book, Harmonics of Life, an introduction to Ayurveda, written by Vaidya Shefali Sangal. The program schedule will be as follows. Before the release of the book, our guest speakers will share a few words about our author and the book. The book will be launched by our chief guest, Dr. Amba Kulkarni, followed by knowing more about the designing and making of the book by the designers, followed by sharing of our author Vaidya Shefali about the inspiration behind the book and her experiences. At last, there will be a Q&A session for any queries and question. Before before Dr. Amba Kulkarni, before the launch of the book, Mr. Akash will, from the publishing house, will also share his views about the making of the book and publishing experience. This book has given as in the name. This book, as given in the name, gives us an introduction to Ayurveda. But there is a creative genius behind every book who can convert complex information into and their experiences into a book for everyone. To know more about the author, I would like to call Dr. Soma Paulji. Dr. Soma Paulji, let me introduce her. Dr. Soma Paul has been working in the area of computational linguistics and semantics for last 20 years. Currently, Dr. Soma is engaged in various MIT funded programs. She is actively working towards dissemination of universal semantic grammar among school children with an aim of bringing a paradigm shift in the way languages are being taught in school. Dr. Soma has been actively involved in school education for last 12 years. She co-founded a Center for Learning Sanskar within IIIT Hyderabad campus where children from all socio-economic background came and studied in multilingual setup. Dr. Soma believes that education nourishes mental, emotional body and good nutritious food does so for physical body. The two need to go hand in hand for ensuring holistic growth for children. With this vision, Dr. Soma, with her husband, co-founded a food service organization which have been serving pri- premier institutes and universities for last 20 years. Currently, Dr. Soma is part of a community, Anhad, located at the outskirts of Hyderabad, right?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. Anhadians practice living together in a complementary manner and work majorly in area of food production, food processing, earth construction, and education. So something special this author told me about the speaker is that she has known the author since she was a child and has seen her grow up to the magnificent woman she has become. Who can be better to speak about our author than her? Please welcome Dr. Soma.
Thank you. Um, yeah, it's a pleasure, and I'm really honored to share a few, not anecdotes really, but yeah, some stories. Uh, so I knew Shefali since her childhood. Like she was around 9 or 10 years old, I think, when we met, and I started teaching her music. And she and Sapna, her elder sister, and a few more other children used to learn. And Shefali was a very, very dedicated and straightforward, very straightforward young child. Mm, and she was one of those very few who would practice music. So that was something wonderful for me, because if you don't practice, it's difficult to teach. So she used to practice, and she was very quick in learning. So that was how I saw Shefali when she was a young child, and she was going to Vidyaranya, the school, and she had many different kinds of creative interests. Like I remember, she used to make jewelry with quilling and other different kinds of materials. She would make them and she would wear them. Very beautiful. So these are a few things I remember. Uh, and I used to go to their house to teach music. So yeah, and the whole family and a few family together. It was a very, very beautiful experience. I still cherish about the whole episode. And then, of course, I saw her growing. She passed her 10th, then 12th, and then when she joined this Ayurveda thing, I was a little like, okay, ठीक है. And then she moved to Pune, I think, and she was getting the formal training. But what was very surprising, which I found very interesting, was like she used to go to different Vaidyas and stayed with them and learning from them. Uh, in today's modern education, that part is missing, right? I mean, hardly we go to a guru's house, stay and learn. That part is completely missing now in our education system. But I saw her doing that, and naadi dekhna, like she learned that. So sitting with a guru and learning, and she did it for many years. I don't remember. I don't really know how many years, but I know quite a few years she spent like that. When she became, by doing this, she became a very capable and competent practitioner. So I want to talk about her as a teacher also, because she was my student at some point of time, and I then saw her as a teacher. Then at Unheard, actually Unheard, we started staying there from 2017, and Unheard actually is a space for education for children and adult. So our first workshop that we held at Unheard in 2017 was by Shefali, and she came there. So we said, yeah, she would do some workshop on education. On it was more kind of a summer camp kind of thing, and some daily practices she would share with children. uh, and my daughter was also one of the participants, and still she remembers that workshop. So there was something in that workshop, right? And my daughter was around 10, 11 years old that time, and still, like, right after 8 years now also, she remembers that they enjoyed a lot, they learned. And I found Shefali as a very competent teacher, a teacher who knows when to give what to whom. So that is very important, right? And she was very good at it. And then another teaching episode. I was always like very keen to know like what happens in Ayurveda and how you practice, and a few tips and from here and there for your daily life. So Devanj, and also since we are running a food catering business and food is a very dear to me, so how to bring stuff from different system into food to make it more nutritious and interesting. So Devanjan, my husband, and I actually went every day to Gonu's, Amisha Khali's house for a month to learn learn how to bring some nuances from Ayurveda system into food making process. So I started with her as a teacher. I ended up being a student of her when we had that 1 month, very, very fruitful and very, I cherished those 1 month. And when Sapna just had her child, 1 month or 2 month old, so Ishita, my daughter, used to go with us. They used to play together, and Shefali, Debanjan, and I used to discuss and try to understand, okay, tridosha and all those things. So it was very beautiful. Thank you, Gonu. Thank you, and all the best to you for your new journey and this new book. I'm very happy about it for you.
Thank you so much, Ji. So, as you explained, that from a creative learner, she became into an educator, and you, as a teacher, you became her student in the end. So,
Yes.
thank you for your sharing. And I would like to welcome. So, our next speaker is Sitara Ahmed ji. Sitara Ahmed ji will be speaking about the book. a little bit about the book. She'll share about the book. So let me introduce her. Sitara ji has been in the field of alternative education for past 20 years and is currently the co-founder and mentor at Imara School in Hyderabad, which emphasizes holistic education. Her philosophy centers on the belief that educational framework should be based on careful observation of children and understanding of their developmental stages, all rooted in a deep love for the child. This approach aims to foster a nurturing environment that supports the individual growth of each student. So, also, Vaidya Shefali told me that Sitara ji is an excellent baker and she has transformed her home food based on Ayurveda also. The children in school, Imara, as I said, also are treated with Ayurvedic medicines when they have any kind of problems. Welcome, Sitara ji.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm really happy to be here today for Dr. Shafali's book release, The Harmonics of Life, as she is someone who's made a big difference in my life. I first met Doctor a few years ago while dealing with some health issues. At the time when I met her, I was mostly looking for some immediate relief. But over time, what I found was something far more lasting. Slowly and steadily, she helped me change the way I think about health. How it's not just about fixing what's wrong, but about understanding the body more deeply and caring for it in a way that actually makes sense in the long run. So when I heard about her book and when I received a copy of her book, I was definitely excited. The book reflects the same grounded, thoughtful approach that I've experienced in her practice. Just as she introduced me to a way of looking at health that takes into account so many factors, the book also beautifully explains food, seasons, lifestyle, and the way they all interact with each other. How it isn't about quick fixes, it is about learning to listen to your body and starting to understand what works for you. And that shift, learning how to tune in to your body rather than just treat, makes a huge difference. What she has written takes into account that we are all different and that health isn't just about the body, it's also about how we feel, how we think, and how we respond to what life throws at us. A lot of the suggestions she shared at the second part of her book, where she shared home remedies and simple suggestions, they're very simple, often using things that we'll all already have in our kitchen. But they're all surprisingly very, very effective, better than any medicine you can get anywhere else. In fact, I was just telling her a few weeks back, there's one drink that she recommended a few years ago that's now become a go-to, not just for me. I've actually shared it along with friends and family, and it's now something that we all turn to when needed. And it's little things like that that stay with you, practical advice that really works. And one of the things I really appreciate about Dr. Shafali is her very intuitive understanding and quick correlations. I mean, I just have to pick up the phone and call her and describe what is happening, and she quickly correlates things and says, okay, this is happening and this is what we should look at. And everything that she says is always rooted in well rounded knowledge of Ayurvedic principles. There's a quiet confidence in how she works, which is based not just on her training, but also on her experience and observation. And that really comes through in the way she supports people. And that's what I think makes her work so relevant today. We all live in a time where we are constantly being pulled in different directions. And it's so easy to feel disconnected from our own needs. What Dr. Shefali does, whether it's through her consultations or now through her book, through her writing, is help people reconnect with themselves in small but meaningful ways. And sometimes that's what healing really looks like. Not some big dramatic changes, but small steps, simple habits, and learning to pay attention. And I think that's what the harmonics of life is all about. I'd like to end with a quote that I think sums it up perfectly. The greatest wealth is health. Dr. Shafali, thank you for your guidance, for your patience, and for always making time to listen. You have helped me and so many others. And a big congratulations once again on your book. I hope it reaches many people and continues to offer the kind of support and clarity you have given in person. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sitaraji. You have explained very clearly what the book actually tells us. The book shows Dr. Shefali's experiences and how beautifully it transformed into a book. How to tune in with life, listen to our body, mind, as well as soul, using simple, and Dr. Shefali also used very simple but effective suggestions to maintain our health. And her confidence is in itself is shown in the book. So thank you, Sitaraji, for your sharing. Our next speaker is Vaidya Sandeep Shahji. He will be speaking on the book as well. Let me introduce him. Dr. Sandeep Shah is an Ayurvedic physician, educator, and a rationalist. His interest in Ayurveda cannot be missed in any discussion. He quotes, "I don't practice Ayurveda, I live it." He got his Bachelor's of Ayurveda Medicine and Surgery degree in 2003 and a Master's degree in Alternative Medicines and in Sanskrit language. He also did diplomas in psychological counseling and in nutrition and dietetics. His cherish for logic has accumulated his popularity universally. As a professor of Ayurveda in a yoga and health research center in Indore, he has many followers from all over the globe. He also he's also a registered member of several Indian, UK, USA Ayurvedic organizations which are promoting traditional herbal knowledge all over the world. He is also on editorial board for several international journals like IPCM, Jonam, USA. He has written several books on different topics like Prakriti at a Glance, Healthy Healing for Better Life, and has been involved in lots of published research papers. For his excellence in Ayurveda, he was awarded Atre Award 2016 granted by Apna USA. His Panchkarma Ayurvedic clinic at Indore serves both Indian and international clients. He is also running de-addiction center with a motto of a healthy society. He is working on to open a traditional Ayurvedic school to spread his traditional knowledge. Vaidya Shefali told me that she is inspired by his research attitude, and she, I think he's the best person to speak about this book. So let me welcome him. Please welcome Sandeep Shahji for your sharing.
Thank you everyone. This has been a good opportunity for me to tell about the book. But right now I'm currently in Surat in a Mumbai, so I can't really so much there. I would like to just brief it. Initially, I thought I could speak more, but at this point, let me see. So, what about something that was essentially approached me and I also okay, that's nice. It's very clear. So I thought the book would be the same. And when I got the book, of course, I found the same thing. The books are very clearly and in easy terms, it has been defined. And it is a good book for a common person to understand what Ayurveda is all about. Since Ayurveda is always thought as a thing which is for the medicine part and not the other things related to it. In this book, she has basically what you say, given in very simple sentences sentences, simple terms, illustrated well to give an idea about a common person what Ayurveda is and what it can do. Of course, with simple remedies in between the things. So overall, this book gives a clear picture about the idea of Ayurveda's vastness because it covers everything right from the lifestyle, the season. Everybody said that it also covers the Nadi Pariksha, the Garbhini Paricharya, it says, and the rest of the things of the mental wellness is also well said into it because this is one of the things which is also missed out when people tell about Ayurveda. So uh, that's all I can say right now because it's so much noise in the background. So sorry for the disturbance you may be hearing in the Shefali, this book actually is good to keep in all the racks of non-Ayurvedic institutes where people will be exposed to what Ayurveda is all about. So, yeah, all the best, Shefali. This book is very nice.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
Dr. Shah. Thank you, Dr. Shah. You explained that the book is very simple and useful for common people. And as there are many topics that are explained, as Nadi Pariksha is one of it, which is always missed. So thank you for your sharing, sir. Okay.
I will leave right now. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So our next speaker will be from the publishing house that actually published the book, and it's amazing. So I would like to invite Mr. Akash from MB Publishing House to share his experience of publishing the book.
Hi everyone, my name is Akash. I represent the publishing house who had the opportunity to print Shefali's book. She's an amazing human being. I think we're all celebrating her work and her as a human being. Uh, uh, the MB Publishing House is run by Master Pallavi. She's also my mentor. And the aim of the publishing house is to bring out books which are focused on body, mind, and soul. We do not publish anything else apart from these three categories. And the vision and the mission is to spread the knowledge of science, the science of soul, to everybody via body, via mind, or via soul. And we are super, super grateful for having this book on our website. And yeah, I think the earliest memory I have of meeting Shivali was in one of the meditation events in Rishikesh. And since then, we've been connected, been good friends, and that's how MVP got the opportunity to get her book published. And we were super, super grateful. And yeah, thank you so much for everyone to join this call, and hope the book reaches different corners of the world. People who are looking for the knowledge of Ayurveda, I hope that they get their hands on this book. And all the best to Shifali. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Akash. So, as Mr. Akash already explained, the book is all about body, mind, and soul, and explains how it can be it can be in harmony. So, I also think the book is going to reach everywhere, all around the world. Uh, so thank you, Mr. Akash. So now finally, our chief guest is going to speak and launch the book. Now the time has come finally. So let me explain. Let me introduce our guest speaker, our chief guest, Miss Amba, Dr. Amba Kulkarni. So Dr. Amba Kulkarni is a computational linguist. Since 1991, she has been engaged in showing the relevance of Indian grammatical tradition to the field of computational linguistics. She has contributed towards the building of anusaraks, which are language accessors among English and Indian languages. She is the founder head of the Department of Sanskrit Studies at the University of Hyderabad, established in 2006. Since her focus of research has been on the use of Indian grammatical theories for the computational processing of Sanskrit text, under her leadership, a consortium of institute developed several computational tools for Sanskrit and also a prototype of Sanskrit Hindi machine translation system. In 2015, she was awarded a Vishisht Sanskrit Seva Vritti Samman by the Rashtriya Sanskrit Sansthan, New Delhi. for her contribution to the studies and research on Sanskrit-based knowledge system. She was a fellow at Indian Institute of Advanced Study, Shimla from 2015 to 17. Recently, she has trained around 500 Sanskrit teachers in Ayurveda colleges in using the online Sanskrit computational tools to teach Sanskrit. Currently, she is engaged in developing e-readers for reading Ayurveda texts such as Ashtang Hridayam. Also, her significant work in translation of Ayurveda scriptures make her the perfect person to launch the book. Please welcome our chief guest, none other than Dr. Amba Kulkarni.
Namaskar. It's really a great pleasure to be here and launch this book, The Harmonics of Life, by Dr. Shefali, Dr. Shefali Sangal. So,
या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
So, let me first tell a little about this book, because I thought there will be some introduction about the book, but let me do it myself. The book has 5 sections. First one is Introducing Ayurveda. And in this particular chapter, various basic terms of Ayurveda are introduced, such as tridosha, saptadhatu, dinacharya, all this. Then many people have lot of they need to know, they are interested in knowing what is nadi, which I myself has experienced the effect of it. How very efficiently the Vaidyas can, through the Nadi Pariksha, understand what is going on inside the body. And there is a brief introduction to Nadi as well as Garbha Samskara, which is very important. Many a times, see, earlier, of course, we were following when we had all our grandparents with us, and then chacha, chachi, nana, nani, dada, didi, dadi. All these were used to be around us, and they used to give a lot of, they used to take a lot of care of these women who are carrying. But nowadays, what's happening is most of the time these women are working women, and they should know what are the garbha samskaras, what dinacharya they should follow during this time, what precautions they should take, not only for their mental health but for the well-being of the child they are carrying. Recently, uh, actually yesterday, I came here to have the baby shower of my sister's daughter who is carrying, and I spoke with her, and then I noticed that there is lot of awareness nowadays among the people, among the young women, about the garbha samskaras, and I am sure this book, for all these, where there is some introduction to the Garbha Samskaras, is going to be useful. The third section is on Ayurveda medicines, And these medicines are there in our kitchen always. So all the herbs which we use in our kitchen or in our garden, all these, what is the use of them? In short, she has explained. And then panchakarma is something again, a big there is big market for it nowadays. But then what is this panchakarma? Who should do it? When you should do it? It's not that you can do it anytime. That you have to follow certain uh, certain procedures, seasons. All these things we need to take care of. It's not that anybody can do any panchakarma anytime. You need to see what is your body demanding, and only based on that, then what, who should do it, and what are the benefits you get out of those. And finally, there is a chapter on mental health. I would say each of these chapters actually can lead to one full book. And I'm sure Dr. Shefali, Vaidya Shefali, will be thinking about it, because she always thinks big, as I have experienced, as I know her from her childhood. So there is a necessity to make such knowledge accessible to Janata. And what Vaidya Shefali has done with this book is making this knowledge available to the public. And it's not just text, it is text plus visuals. And let me show some visuals uh, from this book so that you can see. It's so succinctly, everything is written uh, wherever words are necessary, words are there, and wherever visuals are necessary, visuals are there. Very fantastic book. And what I personally feel is every child, right from childhood, we should make them aware of the health consciousness को थोड़ा बढ़ाना होगा हमें. There was a time, some 20-25 years ago, there was lot of emphasis on environment awareness. And now is the time, because of a lot of changes due to the technology that is bringing in. It's necessary that now people should become health conscious, health aware, and that you can achieve only if you start teaching them right from childhood. And for children, such books, if you can write, that will be very great. Right from first standard, start writing the books which are useful, which they can understand. Don't introduce the concepts Vata, Pitta, Kapha, but you can introduce about the dinacharya in the beginning. And slowly you can bring them, tell them about the seasons, what changes seasons bring in our life, in our body, and how we can then balance various doshas, etc. I know you can do it very well, because I myself have attended some of your talks during the Corona time. And the way you explain the things, I'm sure you have the capability to do it even for children. And there is, again I'm emphasizing, there is a need to take this to the to children. This knowledge should go to the children, so next generation will be ready to will be ready with basics of Ayurveda at least. And of course, you have a lot of patience also. You can you can explain this very nicely to the students, but at the same time now you need to reach. See, these online classes can reach few people. Of course, with now web, the YouTube and other social media, it's reaching to a large medium. At the same time, if books are available, it is always very easy to search in books rather than search on in YouTube or in videos. And therefore, indices, etc., we can make very easily, at least the current status. Maybe in 5 years now, after 5 years, the things will change, 5 or 10 years. But as of now, it's very easy to search something in the text. And therefore, if you can make such books available and make them widely available, you can uh, have a nominal cost for them, or some of these things can be made freely available. And for those who want something more detailed, they can then uh, subscribe to your channel and get detailed information and all that. But I would say this is just a start, and you have lot to do in your life. And I'm sure you have all the knowledge and as well as the ability to do it. So uh, I wish all the success to you in your future endeavors, and I'm sure this book will make a difference in the field of Ayurveda. So congratulations once again, Vaidya Shefali.
Thank you, Dr. Kulkarni. Ma'am, you have explained about the book well, very well, actually. So you have explained how the book has 5 different sections, which explains the basic terms of Ayurveda to very common people in a very simple language as well. Also, like tridoshas and saptadhatu, dinacharyas, panchakarma, etc. You have also explained that how there's a brief introduction about nari pariksha, which is actually now um, is not practiced by many of the Vaidyas all over India, the new Vaidyas which are coming, and which should actually grow. You've also explained the importance of Garbha Sanskar and how it was available to everybody before, and now it's the awareness is increasing, but it's not to the point which it should. And you've also explained that Vaidya Shefali explained how panchakarma is not for everybody. It's proper explanation that who can do panchakarma, who cannot do panchakarma, who is how it is going to affect our health and everything. And you have also explained that the last chapter is all about mental health. So the body, soul, and mind is all in a synchronization. The most beautiful part that you explained is that the book has a visual explanation of all the basics of Ayurveda, basic concepts of Ayurveda. And I would say that there are many books that are coming in future, that is for sure. As you already said that Vaidya Shefali always thinks big. And as you explained that she takes online classes, so I've already uploaded a link on our message chat box, which is her next session about our art of self-care to family care and mental wellness workshop. And in this online workshop, she's going to give free books also. So I would suggest that everybody should join it. Okay, thank you, Dr. Ramba, ma'am, and thank you for your sharing. Thank you for the launch and everything.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So our next speakers will be Shilpa Gargji and Soumya Gargji, and they will be explaining about the designing and making of the book. I would introduce them. Dr. Shilpa Garg, Miss Shilpa Garg has a background in art and interior design. Her journey since the last few years have been as a student of Madhyas Darshan, reading books on spiritual sciences and practicing meditation and learning graphic designer. Also, Miss Soumya is a user experience designer by profession. Since her college years, she has been taking on freelance graphic designing projects, turning her hobby of painting and creating hand-drawn illustration into a parallel pursuit alongside her professional growth. So welcome, Shilpa Gargji and Soumya Gargji.
Namaste,
Yeah.
namaste to everyone. I think Soumya, you should go first. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Soumya. I hope you can all hear me clearly. So, my journey with Vaidya Shefali began around, I think, 2 years ago when she was opening up her clinic in Indore and she wanted me to create a few posters for her clinic. Uh, so, she gave me a bunch of material that she wanted to portray through that, and she wanted all the content to be very easy and simple to understand so she can explain difficult concepts easily to everyone who's coming to the clinic. And the layer that I added on top of that was translating her thoughts into visuals, because I feel like as a designer also we think in visuals. Like whenever we imagine something or we want to remember something, we always resonate something with images in our mind. So a topic like Ayurveda should also be focused a lot on that. And now I'm glad these visuals are like turning into a book also now. And the best part I feel about this book is that people from any age group can read this book, and they can understand these concepts clearly. So yeah, congratulations to you, and I was also glad to be a part of this.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Soumya ji. Shilpa
namaste.
ji. Huh.
Yeah, namaste to everyone. So as Soumya shared, taking it up from there. So Shefali shared with me that she wanted a basic introductory, booklet for her patients primarily, and for people new to Ayurveda. So that's how it started, and she shared her PDF with me. And I've known Shefali since many years, and I attended several of her sessions during COVID times, the online ones. So I was quite familiar with the concepts, and I think that really helped me. So the minute I got the PDF, I just started visualizing it, and I thought like all the, every paragraph or every content, like all the content should be explained with the picture. So that's what it went by, and it was a great learning experience for me, and yeah, great opportunity. And it's also very special that Soumya and I both we have worked on this jointly. So yeah, thank you Shefali very much, and all the best.
Thank you, Shilpa ji. Thank you, Soumya ji. Thank you, Shilpa ji, as you've explained very beautifully that how you transformed her thoughts into visuals, and any people of any age group can understand it very easily. So, thank you very much. So, now our next speaker is our author herself. So, what should I tell about her? Everybody has explained so beautifully. She's a Nadi Vaidya, she's an educator, she's a physician, she's a healer, and whatnot. She is the soul of Kaivalya Wellness Hub. Her motto is to empower every family towards healthy body, mind, and spirit. If you don't believe me, read the testimonials on her website. She has been taking online classes to educate about Garbha Sanskar, pranic healing, art of self care, mental wellness, and etc. So, welcome, Vaidya Shefali.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vaidya Ramya. Thank you so much, Amba ma'am, for the book release. Thank you so much for your remarks. And I think that is the direction that I hope, I will take it forward. And I really want to thank all my teachers. I want to thank my parents for motivating me to do this work. And I want to thank all my teachers since my childhood till now. I've had very, very inspirational teachers, and I think one of my school teachers is here. Amita teacher is here. Thank you so much for joining. Because I think whatever I am today is because of everyone's effort on me. So I will first like to share how this book came into being. What is the thought behind it? What was the thought behind writing it? So, my intention was to write small informative articles so that people can start getting appropriate information on Ayurveda. So, as Soumya has mentioned, I had reached her and I asked her, "Can you do the visualization, because I want people that when they come to my clinic, it should be an educational experience for them." So the journey really began with that how small information can be more educative, little words and more visualizations or some basic concepts that I can deliver. So it began by writing these small articles such that they're not overwhelming and they are easy to understand, or it creates the curiosity in the person to ask कि ये क्या चीज़ है. So that was how this whole thing began. And initially, really, it was a matter of writing articles. Then it became that we made big posters. Soumya was the one who took it up, and she actually created these visuals. And then, as we move forward, I felt that when somebody comes to my clinic, I want that they should have a small booklet where if they pick it up, they can start seeing, acha, what is tridosha? Okay, there is something called as shadras, there's something called as saptadhatu. There is a different way of how disease formation is understood in Ayurveda. It is not a blame game in Ayurveda. There is nobody to blame, right? It's all about what you are doing. So that's how this whole process began, and finally, I reached Shilpa ji and I requested her that is it possible to have visuals done for these various concepts, and she very patiently agreed, and she started building on it, and gradually after some time, then this whole thing came out. It looked so good, and it felt ki yeah, this is really useful, very appealing and easy to understand. And then I took out one printout one fine day and I went to one of my mentors in Indore. Her name is Dr. Usha Ukandeji. And I said, ma'am, this is, the book, and then not a book, but I said, we're going to upload this in as a PDF. She said, no, you have to put it up. This needs to reach out to people in the form of a book. So when people will feel it, they'll see it, they can understand it better. So that's how actually this journey began. The intention was purely to bring the basic concepts into a layperson's life, be it tridosha, be it saptadhatu, be it the other things that I've talked about. So, as Amba ma'am has already mentioned, it has 5 sections to it, and I've tried to, just touch upon the various concepts, and it has a mix of theory and practice. So there is some theory of Ayurveda, then there is some practical part which people can see and try it out at home. For example, I have a list of herbs that you can grow in your garden, and I have talked about in one line what that herb is actually useful for. So, in that sense, I have also shared that my journey of becoming a Nadi Vaidya, I learned in Amarkantak from my teacher. I stayed in his family for 1.5 years, and with him, I had certain very important conversations. So I have shared about Nadi Pariksha, and I've shared about that conversation that I had with him, which is on why should people learn Nadi Pariksha, number one. Number two, I've also shared what is the role of seva. It's said in a very subtle way. I've not elaborated too much, but just very subtly mentioning that seva or taking care of oneself and others is one of the most profound ways we can bring transformation in ourselves and in the other. No matter how many machines come around us, but that transformation process happens only through human beings. So I've also talked about in great length about Ayurveda Aushadhi and what is the concept behind it and how Ayurveda looks at medicines. How is Ayurveda, a self-loving approach to the treatment angle. It's not about no, this is you send that chemical and it goes and shuts down that receptor. No, the entire approach of Ayurveda medicines, the Ayurveda Siddhant, is about bringing harmony. It's not about domination, that something will dominate the other or something will, shut down the receptors. That approach I've tried to convey in a very subtle way. Then, of course, I've talked about what is panchakarma. And because whenever somebody comes and says, ye kya hota hai? I want to undergo panchakarma, I want to undergo detox. So I felt that, people need to know that it's not something about just undergoing like a spa kind of thing. But these panchakarmas are powerful tools for cure. And essentially, if I may use the word I've used in this book, it's like undergoing a physiological surgery. So I've talked about panchakarma, I've talked about garbha sanskar. In short, to let a lay person know that there is so much that Ayurveda has to offer to this well-being of the society. And Ayurveda is not just about medicines. It's about how I look at life, how I look at myself, what's my approach. So Ayurveda is really holistic because a person who's generally healthy can take care of himself or herself, and so on and so forth. Then, of course, I've talked about mental health, again, very briefly, but a lot of times, we hear that diseases are some are psychosomatic and some are not psychosomatic. So I've tried to bring this concept in this book that we are a composite of soul, mind, and body. So if anything is happening to me, it is including all three. And Ayurveda is a science that has the ability to interpret all these things. If somebody is undergoing anxiety, then how is it related to that person's saptadhatu? So this interrelationship is already there inbuilt in the science. And so there's nothing called as that this is psychosomatic. No, every disease is psychosomatic in itself because the mind is not excluded from the mind and the body and the soul. They are all together, and that's how Ayurveda tries to understand. So this has been my little effort, and more than an effort, it was a beautiful journey with of how I was wanting to put these things together. And in this also, I would want to say that how did I come about writing? So I would say the background is that I like to share. And so I've been taking these online workshops, and prior to these online workshops, I used to take workshops with children. So that's how this journey has actually come about. That with all these sharings, interactions, of course, seeing patients is one part of this journey, but interacting with people, seeing how they think, all this has put together and brought this little book, which I hope is to meant to popularize Ayurveda. It's to if you're a teacher, you need it. If you are a businessman, you need it. If you have a family, you need it. If you're a holistic health coach, then you definitely want to know how Ayurveda is bringing all these things together, and how taking care or seva is something which the one who's doing it is nurtured, and the one who's undergoing care is also nourished. So both these things happen together. So this is the little journey that I wanted to share. And really thankful to Suramya, Vaidya Suramya, for being around all the while. And even at the last moment, can we do this, can you anchor it? She's always around. So I really want to thank Ramya. Yes, yeah. And yes, yeah, about the publishing thing also, yeah, it was really nice how this whole thing happened, and how we interacted with Pallavi ma'am, and how she said, yeah, it's an interesting book and I have no idea about Ayurveda. So this book seems to be giving me a lot of clues. So that also was very nice that to the publisher. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Vaidya Shefali. So now we'll have a Q&A session. If anybody wants to ask anything about the book, about Ayurveda, any questions you have regarding anything about this whole program, you can ask. Please raise your hands. If anybody wants to say or ask anything, please raise your hand.
Yeah, and if you can
So,
also open your video so we can see you, that will be really
yes.
nice.
Yes. So, I would start with Vandana
Akash.
Singh, Akanksha Damani ji, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. I am so happy that you are finally publishing the book. I hope to be inspired by you someday. And I'm probably one of the biggest case studies for Shefali's success as a Vaidya. She has transformed my relationship with my body. I mean, um, when I met her, I was really unwell. मुझे बुखार था, and she touched my hand and she said, नहीं तुम्हें बुखार है, but तुम्हारा मन अच्छा नहीं है. And I was so taken aback in that moment. But not only that, we worked on a lot of health related issues for me. But now I'm at a position where I can listen to my body, and that kind of awareness is बोलते हैं वो it's very exhilarating क्योंकि ये it is not dependency. Usually when you go to doctors, you go to them, they will give you medicine and you're dependent on them. I think that was one of the biggest things that I learned from Shefali, that I can listen to my own body and I can understand my own body. So I think that kind of आत्मनिर्भरता जिसको बोलते हैं ना, that I think was amazing. And I'm glad that I have been part, like she's been part of my life, to be honest. But I really need to go, Shefali, so I'm sorry, but it was amazing, and good luck, and hopefully the book will sell, break all records.
Thank you.
Thank you, Akanksha ji.
Thank you. Wow.
So next, we can call Vandana ji. Next, we'll call Vandana Singhal ji.
Yeah, hi everyone. Sabhi ko namaste. Lots of congratulations, Shefali. I'm so proud. There are three very creative people in my life, and all three are here and collaborating and doing this wonderful book. The text is by my Vaidya Shefali, and the designing is by my bhabhi Shilpa and my lovely daughter Soumya. So I'm so happy to be a part of this. Not be a part of the book, but to be a part of this ceremony. It's a proud moment for me.
We'll discuss later.
So many congratulations, and I 100% know the book is going to do so well. So I don't need to say, I hope the book does well. So I feel that the creative part from Shefali is that she understands the body and tells you small tidbits which can really heal you. And this learning cannot be, it is supplemented with the illustration that Shilpa and Soumya have done in this book, because that is what brings the whole book to life. So when you see a thing, you connect with it more than by reading it. So once you see the book, you will understand what exactly and how it is about. So lots and lots of congratulations, Shefali and Soumya and Shilpa.
Thank you, Vandana ji. Thank you. So next we'll call.
Thank you. Call Gopinath ji.
Next Gopinath ji, we'll call Gopinath ji.
I request everyone who's having raised hands to please open their video. We also would like to see your faces.
So congratulations, Shefali, again. To see the kind of progress that you have made in life is amazing. And congratulations on publishing I think this is your first book. Yeah, very good, very good. So I like that it is compact and to the point, the book that you have published. It doesn't have a lot of pages so that people get scared. Nowadays, attention span is very less, and having a short book is very good. So to the point, hopefully, I haven't read the book, so once I read the book, then I can get a better idea what to talk about. But one thing that I have to say is that the kind of impact that you had made in my life. I remember when I approached you with what I was going through. I was very weak at that time and suffering with the Dhatuk Shaya, that's what you said. And you had helped me come out of that, and I'm really grateful for that. How you got me back to health and helped me get back on my feet. And being a yoga practitioner, I was truly amazed by what the Ayurveda can do with my personal experience. So from that day onwards, I started believing Ayurveda a lot. And I think we all should appreciate what Ayurveda can do for each one of us. And we should definitely encourage Ayurveda to be a part of our lives. And recently I've done Garbhasanskar program from another madam that you recommended. Okay. So Nutan madam, she's amazing and the course is amazing. And I realize how important it is for every woman should do that course and understand the impact of Garbha Sanskar, and they should get, if they want babies, they should try early. And you have included that as a topic in your book, and I really appreciate that. So you have touched major points of Ayurveda and given a basic foundation. So I have to read the book and see for myself. But I'm really happy that you have published and you're moving on and becoming a more recognized in this field, right? So all the best to you, Shefali, and hope to see you in doing more interviews with. I think you should approach more TV channels also, get more promotion, get more recognition for your work, right? All the best to you.
Thank you so much, Gopinathji. Thank you. This means a lot to me.
There are a lot of hands raised. We should call Ajay ji next.
I'm very keen to understand, since I am right now calling from a treatment center in Kerala and I am undergoing panchkarma. So please explain to me in very few sentences what is the meaning of panchkarma, how does it help, and what does it do?
So, Uncle, can I have your video on? It'll be really nice if I can.
My this computer switch doesn't switch on video every time. Very selective.
Okay. So, to say it in short, Panchakarma is Ayurveda's very strong curative methods, curative procedures, and I call them undergoing physiological surgery. So, if you're truly undergoing Panchakarma for that purpose, for a particular Vyadhi, that means you're undergoing a typical physiological surgery. So, Panchakarmas are 5 in number, and not all 5 are implemented all together. No, there are 5 different procedures which can be done or are generally done one at a time or can be done in combination depending on your body's need.
What are those 5? Can you mention?
Yeah, sure, I can. So it's Vaman, Virechan, Basti, Nasya, and Raktamokshan. These 5 are known as Panchakarma.
So
And
next.
What is the impact going to be?
Yes, so the impact that you would undergo, you would need to first discuss with your Vaidya that why are you undergoing the Panchakarma?
They are telling me because my pravriti is Vat.
Okay.
Vat prati. So for Vat, I'm undergoing Panchakarma. That's what I've been told.
Okay. So what you need to do is discuss more with the Vaidya, because sometimes we just do what we call as according to the need of the body. Okay. So it is part of bringing back the balance of the Vata. There is no major Vyadhi. So it is more of bringing closer to your health, aligning you back to health. So you need to discuss with your Vaidya. Is it for a Vyadhi or is it for ensuring that
Vaidyas don't have time to discuss all this. That's
So
why I'm
we can
discussing
have
with you.
an elaborate session on this later on also in the online classes that she's going to take about panchakarma. Okay, thank you, Ajay ji. Next, because there are a lot of people lining up to ask questions. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Next, I will call Drishta to ask to share or ask any question.
Hi, Vaidya Shefali, Devi. Congratulations on your book. I have benefited so much from your ability as a Vaidya and as a teacher for so many years now. And I think it's a long history through your teaching as well as through your help as a Vaidya. You have like reinforced my confidence in Ayurveda and how accessible and understandable it is, and really how, I mean, a lot of people feel like Ayurveda takes a lot of time to work, and sometimes it's too, you know, it's just not as accessible. But I've seen for myself with so many issues that I've been through that actually the difference can be so perceptible and so potent and effective, and I can understand it for myself. I think that's the thing that I like best, that my Vaidya has lots of time to explain whenever like Ajay ji was just sharing it. I'm also someone who loves to understand what I'm going through, and Didi, you have been so good at that, and that's why I really enjoyed all the sessions. And I feel like now that the book is out, maybe I can clear my drive of all the screenshots I've taken of your slides, and I can just have the book. Coming to the questions, I think I have so many. I was wondering which one to ask. The panchkarma has already been raised. I mean, I was curious about, you mentioned how some panchkarmas should not be done in certain situations, and some are useful. So some maybe I was wondering what the examples of which one is useful in which situation and which one is avoidable in which situation could be. That is something I'm curious about. Another thing I was curious about was naadi pariksha, and how accessible do you think it is, as in, do you think it can be learned by people in general? Because usually we assume that you need to spend years under a guru in a very specialized learning training to be able to understand this and to be able to practice it. But uh, what is your opinion on how accessible nadi parikshan can be and how useful it is for the lay public to know? I'll just keep it to these two for now.
Thank you so much, Drishta, for joining. This means a lot to me that you're here today. So one is on Panchakarma that you've asked. So it's what you've asked is a little complex question because we have to go more deeper into the subject, as in to understand that what each of these Panchakarma does, to what part does it impact, what is the state of that person's health. Is it primarily Vat Pradhan? Is it an Avrut? What is the nature of the Vyadhi in that person? And so for that person, what panchakarma is appropriate, is that person actually what we call as under the category of can that person undergo panchakarma, or that person is contraindicated? So this is a very huge subject. So just to let you know that this is demands a lot of discussion to be able to answer your question. But just to let you know that there's a huge discussion on this. There's a huge science behind it. So right from prakriti to that person's dhatu avastha, dosha avastha, vyadhi avastha, then that ritu avastha, everything needs to be considered to be able to decide whether this person needs panchakarma or not. Now, to answer the second question about Nadi Pariksha, so yes, Nadi Pariksha can be learned by every person who is interested. So, the basic is that wherever you put your mind, that subject starts deepening within you. So, if I am supposedly, giving a certain amount of attention, so I will learn basic. If I decide to give years together, then I can go deeper into it. So just to let you know that when I learned from my teacher Nagraj Babaji, so he taught me basic Vat Pit Kaf. He said just understand this, and he said how do you develop it? When you see more and more nadis, then you understand already you know the science of Ayurveda. You know what are the different lakshanas of Saptadhatu Vikriti. You know the lakshanas of the dosha Vikriti. And then with that, you correlate the nadi. And so this learning can be developed in a person, can be deepened in a person. So basics can be learned by everyone, which is Vatpit Kaf, and the rest depends on how much time they decide to give. Thank you. Thank you.
I would also like request everyone who's asking questions to please mention your name as well as where you are joined from, so that we'll get to know that from all over India people are joining. Yeah,
Yes.
Drishta.
So I'm Drishta and I'm joining from Dehradun.
Okay, thank you. Next, we'll call Shilpa ji. She has raised her hands.
Oh, sorry, it was by mistake.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Next, we'll invite Himanshu Pastagya ji to share his experience about the book and and Ayurveda and about something about Shefali ji.
Thank you, Suramya Didi, and many congratulations, Sefali Didi, Suramya and all. काफ़ी अच्छा लगता है कि इस लेवल का काम जो आप लोग कर रहे हैं, और पर्सनली मुझे लगता है कि आयुर्वेदिक इतना अच्छा साइंस है जो भारत में उपलब्ध है और सोसाइटी में किस तरीके से पहुंच पाए, जिसके लिए आप लोग जो एफर्ट कर रहे हैं बहुत शानदार एफर्ट है। और मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि आयुर्वेद को इतने सरल तरीके से सोसाइटी में आप लोग ले जा पा रहे हैं। शेफाली दीदी के साथ पिछले 12-14 सालों से जुड़ना हुआ है, और उन्होंने जिस तरीके से इसको एजुकेशनल वे में इसको प्रमोट किया है, उन्होंने जो इसकी कई क्लास ली है वो मैंने अटेंड किया है, और उससे जो एक बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग होती है कि आयुर्वेद क्या है, और आयुर्वेद के साथ जो कई सारे और चीज़ों का जो महत्व होता है, जैसे ऋतु, दिनचर्या, क्या आहार लेना है, कौन सी ऋतु में क्या खाना है। जैसे कई बार ये रहता है कि आदमी सर्दी जुकाम बीमार हो गया लेकिन खाने पर कोई नियंत्रण ही नहीं है, खाना हैवी खाते हैं, तो ये कई सारी बेसिक चीजें हैं जो पता ही नहीं थी। तो शेफाली दीदी के साथ मिलने से ये सारी चीजें पता चली, मेरी हेल्थ में काफी सुधार आया। मतलब कोलाइटिस, ब्लीडिंग, कुछ कुछ चीजें थी जो काफी टाइम से मैं स्ट्रगल कर रहा था, लेकिन जो दीदी के साथ जो क्योरिंग हुआ उससे आज तक काफी ठीक है, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। बच्चों को भी उन्होंने हेल्थ के बारे में काफी पढ़ाया, और बच्चों के हेयर फॉल और छोटी छोटी चीजों में जो उनने क्योर किया है वो आज भी उनके साथ बने हुए हैं। तो काफी अच्छा कंट्रीब्यूशन शेफाली दीदी का लाइफ में रहा है, और ये बुक पब्लिश करना अपने आप में काफी कमेंडेबल चीज है। तो अगेन मैनी कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस। मैं सूरत, गुजरात से बोल रहा हूँ जी। धन्यवाद
जी,
आपकी थैंक यू सो मच। और मैं चाहूंगी कि आप इसको पढ़ के मुझे जरूर फीडबैक दें, और दैट विल बी वेरी वेरी यूजफुल फॉर मी कि इस किताब में हम नेक्स्ट लेवल पे क्या कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू।
Yes.
थैंक यू।
As I also know Himanshu Bhaiya and Digisha Bhabhi from a very long period of time, and I know कि उन्होंने अपना पूरा lifestyle and everything in their houses according to Ayurveda, they have transformed it, and this is also very commendable. And thank you Himanshu ji. Next, I would like to call Spencer. Please, share your sharing. Okay. Tell us from where you are sharing your experience.
Great. Namaste, everyone. My name is Spencer. I'm calling from Canada, where I live, where I was born. And I first met Shefali, Dr. Shefali Didi, 10 years ago, over 10 years ago in 2014 on my first trip to India. And that was also my first exposure to Ayurveda. Prior to that, I had never heard, maybe never even heard the word, growing up here. So so that trip 10 years ago, I really opened my eyes and I learned so much about health. And I was trying to recall what was maybe the first encounter I had with Ayurveda. And what came to my mind was when I first arrived, I was staying in Amarkantak, and we were having a meal, and I just ate a banana, one kela. And I was going to have a glass of water afterwards. And someone, I don't recall who, someone stopped me and said, hold on a second, wait. Before you have the water, you should think about it. If you drink it after having the banana, you'll have a cough. I thought, what is this? That's so ridiculous. What does cough have to do with banana and water? This is so silly. But so I rebelled. I did not take the advice. I drank the water anyways. And sure enough, almost immediately I was coughing. So this whole concept of cold and warm and listening to your body and mixing foods is totally foreign to me previous to this experience. So I think that was my first introduction. And shortly after, I had the honor of having my naadi read by Shefali. And that again was a very mind-blowing experience to know that, you know, by taking the pulse, you can get sort of an internal X-ray of the body. And I think I was a little bit disappointed to hear that actually after taking my naadi, I was healthy. I was maybe hoping that that something would be there. I would get to take some medicine, and then I will feel even extra better. But I was healthy, which I suppose is a good thing. And yeah, so since then I've taken some courses from Shefali, and it has definitely infiltrated my worldview. You know, understanding the different vata, pitta, kapha, and just the heat and the cool and the moist, and all these things have begun to enter my worldview, not only for food but with the environment and with my house. And so it's been very, very interesting. And but I think what I want to share is that maybe what has been the most value for me is just knowing that whenever I need, at any time, I have a very trusted friend, doctor, and source of information and help that I can go to. And just knowing that Dr. Shefali is always there, and that I can trust whatever she says, I feel like that is just half the cure for me, you know, because it's hard to find trusted information and someone who will take the time to listen and explain. Just as Drishta shared, I completely resonate with that I really like to understand. I really like to ask questions. And every time I've gone for help from Shefali, she's been given all her time and patience, and really made sure that that I'm understanding. So I'm very excited about this book. I really am. I definitely will be ordering a copy for myself, and maybe more to share. I think it's interesting to hear how it sounds like it's evolved very sort of organically out of a necessity that was felt, you know, within the practice and to share with the patients. So it sounds like it's very selective, but perhaps sort of like a frequently asked questions sort of book. So I'm very looking forward to that. And it sounds like it's been a great team effort to develop. So congratulations, everyone. And I'm looking forward to bringing the book over to Canada and sharing the knowledge here. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Spencer. Yes, I will be looking forward to your feedback. So please read it and share with us. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Spencer. Thank you. So next, Nilesh ji.
हेलो नमस्ते आई एम सॉरी मेरा वीडियो नहीं है आई एम सॉरी फॉर दैट मेरा लैपटॉप का कैमरा नहीं चल रहा है बट या So, thank you for the opportunity to be part of this beautiful launch. Actually, I have worked with Vaidya Shefali in a few initiatives, and it is an honor to be here to be for the part of this book launch today. I had a small curiosity actually. For someone like me who has never read about Ayurveda technically, I mean, not social media, we can read on Facebook and everywhere, but who has not never read about any books directly from Ayurveda, where do you recommend we should start? And there is one more follow-up question on that is, how does this book include practical steps for someone like me with no background in the Ayurveda, and we can try safely on this?
Okay, hi Nilesh.
Yeah.
So I think you could try this book because this book is visually very impactful. So whatever you read, there will be some image, so you could connect. For example, dinacharya is where you can begin with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a space where you can read the theory of why there is a dinacharya in Ayurveda, why the science keeps propagating about dinacharya. So I have talked about the theory, and then I've
Right.
also shared the visuals of the various practices in a chronology. So you could read this book, and I think that's where you can begin with. Is
Mm-hmm.
dinacharya. If you're absolutely new, then that is your area of yeah. Anything else you want to know? Okay.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Nilesh.
Thank you, Nilesh ji. Next, Mahendra ji, I would like to call you for your question.
Uh, don't think he's there. Maybe we can ask the next person.
Okay. Next, I would like to call Sarthak ji.
Hello, uh,
Hello.
Harshal Didi. It's my pleasure to be here as a part of this book launch ceremony. I have known Shefali Didi for a long time, long time. Um, Most predominantly, I think we started talking a lot when she had come to Pune for her initial training in Ayurveda. And at that stage, I was in school and I myself was aspiring to try to become a scientist myself. And so, of course, I used to ask her all sorts of questions in trying to, understand more about what she was learning, but also from the perspective of me trying to be like a contrarian and trying to understand all the details and, trying to poke holes as a way to understand it. And at that stage itself, Shefali Didi always had a very clear understanding and a very clear perspective of what she was learning. And at that stage itself, it was very apparent that you would do great things as a Vedak. I'm very, very proud of you. Very, very happy to be part of this book launch ceremony. Um, I feel like I should also ask a question since I've raised my hand. So I will just ask, what is the most interesting aspect for you been in terms of converting your thought process into a book as opposed to any other form of media, such as like taking classes or just talking to patients? What has been an interesting aspect for you in terms of putting a book together?
I think I have a natural knack for writing. So, but I can write only when I have sufficient, thought process within me. So, as you can see that I did not write immediately. This thing happened after I'd sufficiently interacted with lots of people, with persons who are interested in Ayurveda, and then there are people who are coming for treatment. So after making this journey continuously, and then from there, from within it came that now I need to put it into writing. So that is the interesting part of why writing and not any other media. So right now, I think that's what it is. Yeah. So please do read it, Sarthak, and let me know your views on it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Sarthak. Next, Tejas ji. Mm,
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Tejas. Are you able to hear me?
yes.
I'm Tejas Kulkarni from Bangalore. I don't have any question per se, but wanted to just say a few words. I have known Shefali for as long as I can remember, like probably since when we were like what 8 or 9 years old. Uh, and she's one of the most genuinely warm and affectionate persons I've ever known, who is truly caring. And I'm not saying this just because 50 people are listening to me. We even went to school together, 11th and 12th class to be specific. And she was an incredibly dedicated student, quite opposite me. So, and then back then only I was sure that, one day she will become something. So, and though we have been in constant touch throughout the years, I have never had much conversation with her about Ayurveda in her capacity as an Ayurvedic doctor. But yes, other things like, for example, she was the one who introduced me to Jivan Vidya, and I hope to learn and understand the basics and nuances of Ayurveda through your book, Shefali. And heartiest congratulations once again, Gonu, and wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tejas, for being there as my childhood friend. And it will be an honor if you will read my book
Definitely,
and
definitely.
share your feedback as well. Thank you
Sure, sure.
so much.
See you. Bye, bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tejas ji. I've also uploaded, I've also put the message where you can buy the book in the message box. You can use the link and buy the book. Next, Naresh ji. Naresh ji. If Naresh ji is not there, Mahendra ji. Okay, Naresh ji, right.
Hello, are we audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
You are audible, ma'am.
So,
हेलो गोनू बेटा शेफाली बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो आपको many congratulations actually we are driving from Agra to Noida right now and throughout this driving we have been in this session listening to all the good words about this book and few of the questions and I'm not surprised कि ये आप किताब लिख पाए. It was bound to happen because I know the family background जहाँ पर एक ये आपके genes में है, deep research, thinking and going deeper into the subject and conceptual clarity and then a bend of writing things. So it was bound to happen, I think. आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो. I'll definitely read this book and give you a feedback. A few words from my wife also. She was traveling with me, so we are together. So she'll also speak something.
hello, Shefali Beta ji. Congratulations, Beta. We are very happy that we are part of this session today on your first book launch. And whatever I heard, it looks like the core thing, what I got, that the awareness of this Ayurveda you want to spread among the people, and how a person can help through the basic thing. So that the thing I got. So it is good. I hope your wish come true, and definitely we will read this book. And that's all, beta. Good wishes for you.
थैंक यू
That's it.
थैंक यू थैंक यू और इसी बात में मुझे याद आया कि वेरी सून द हिंदी ऑफ दिस बुक विल आल्सो बी कमिंग. तो हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हिंदी में भी ये जल्द से जल्द बन जाए. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you. Next, Mahendra ji. Yeah. Can you please tell us
Yes.
from where you have joined?
Am I audible?
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So I have joined from Silvassa, the small town near Surat, Mumbai, in between Surat and Mumbai. So it's a very proud moment because I have seen Shefali. If I go back in memory lane, the 2006, 2007, I guess, when she was in second year of BMS, she came to Vaidya Pavaskar sir's clinic to learn Ayurveda. And first thing I asked her whether you have taken this BMS because you did not get the MBBS admissions. And she said, no, it was not like that. She has taken that by choice. And I asked her, what was your percentage in 12th? She said, something 90 plus. I said, इसने इतने में तो दो लोग पास हो जाते हैं हमारे जैसे. So that was the, if I don't know if Shefali remembers these things, because I do remember such things, such trivial things. I do remember those things. But yeah, that was the beginning when, and I was a kind of senior to her in that clinic. And she started asking few very uh, conceptual questions, which made me, she along with Kakoli, one of her friend, they used to ask me such a questions that I have to go and study them, find out the answers and tell her tomorrow, the next day. So I saw that there was a spark, there was a deep curiosity, sincerity, which we need in Ayurveda student to become a wonderful Vaidya. And of course, she is a wonderful Vaidya. She is a wonderful student of this science. And to write a book needs a different skill set. So that she has in her. And I'm very proud that she has written down her first book. I'm sure there are so many books in pipeline now. In next few years, she'll be writing so many books. And yes, all the best to you, Shefali, and congratulations to you and your family, your parents. Yes.
Thank you so much, Vaidya Mahendra ji. आपने join किया आज, and I think you've seen my journey throughout. So thank you for putting it into words. And I would definitely be, waiting for your feedback as well.
Sure, sure, sure.
As a Vaidya's perspective, कि जब एक layman पढ़ेगा तो क्या उसको feel जाएगा. So this really means a lot to me कि आप यहाँ हैं और मैं देख रही हूँ और भी बहुत सारे वैद्य हैं यहाँ पर. मेरे बहुत सारे टीचर्स भी हैं यहाँ पे. अमिता टीचर I think is still around. So I am extremely grateful to each one of you who's taken out time to be in this session and to listen to what's going to happen in this book and this book launch. So this book is available on Amazon, and that has been shared. And very soon, the Hindi version of this book is also going to come. So, shall we now close?
Yeah, we'll Ankita ji will be the will share her experience, and then we'll conclude the session. Okay.
Yes.
Please, Ankita ji, welcome.
Yes. Hi. Hi, Shefali ji. लाइक थ्रू मेरे हस्बैंड के ये बहुत अच्छे फ्रेंड है, सो उनके थ्रू मेरी शेफाली जी से मुलाकात हुई. एंड ड्यूरिंग माय प्रेगनेंसी इमोशनली इन्होंने मुझे बहुत सपोर्ट किया था, बिकॉज आफ्टर बेबी बर्थ देयर आर सो मेनी hurdles I have faced that time and throughout the pregnancy also. जो पूरे 9 महीने थे ना, it's like very wonderful just because of शेफाली जी. एंड मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि उन्होंने ये बुक का जब पता चला कि बुक रिटर्न किया है, सो कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस. यस, थैंक यू.
Thank you, Ankita. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining the session of the book launch. And I would like to extend my vote of thanks to all the guest speakers, uh, Dr. Soma, Paul ji, Sitara Ahmed ji, Vaidya Sandeep Shah ji, Dr. Amba Kulkarni ji, Shilpa Garg ji, Soumya Garg ji, Mr. Akash from the publishing house, and the author herself. Thank you so much. And all the people who have joined and listening have been sharing their experiences. I would like to extend my vote of thanks to all of them. So in the end, I would say the conclusion is that the book came out, the experiences of as Dr. Shefali wanted to write some articles to give out appropriate knowledge of Ayurveda, and her practice and her experiences turned out as a book uh, for everyone. And she also explained how panchakarma, how everybody around the world, there is a confusion about panchakarma and its practices. She has been an inspiration for me too. And I've been learning seva and how the body can be in harmony from Dr. Shefali also. How Ayurveda is a holistic science, she has explained it in her book, as well as everything she says, she explains that everywhere. So I would like to thank everybody who has joined this session, all the speakers, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll end the session now.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Once
Thank
again, all
you.
the best to all of
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Ji, please end the session, sir. Thank you.